So Local Pasco. Culture, news, information for Newport Richey, Holiday, and Hudson.
Today's podcast is brought to you in part by Who Let the Dogs Out Pet Sitting. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Call 727-534-5546 for information. They would say in aviation.
You don't have to wear that if you want to.
I kind of like it.
If you
Me
can
too.
hear,
It makes my head
if you
feel
can hear me rock the
makes my head
tower,
feel comfy.
that's what they say in
It
when
is
they're
soft.
flying.
Hey, you ready?
Am I ready for what?
It's like having a pillow.
Oh, you got a jingle?
No. We just gotta make it up.
Oh, okay. Ready?
Yeah, you take the top part.
It's Corey and Travis and Greg in the morning. Actually, they can't quite see that, but whatever.
Oh! Yeah, I think you
It's all about you.
Yeah, I hate to
Many
tell you,
magic
but
rectangles.
but Mikey
It's all
Bevan and I kicked your ass last night because we rapped, we did rave music, and we had our own jingle. So we were
I mean,
like,
that's
we were all
unstoppable
over
goodness
it.
right there.
That was pretty awesome. So
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, let's see. I'm gonna get this right here so I can see what's going on. Hey, good morning, guys. This is I should have probably hit the record button to I can do that later.
Just download it on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah. So this is kind of a new thing for those who are tuning in on my feed. This is a So Local Pasco live podcast with Corey and Travis. We're going to talk about a pretty special event that's coming up this weekend. Some of us remembered to wear our special event T-shirts this morning. Some of us did not. He did wear the moose hat, so I guess we got that going for us, which is
That,
nice.
like, that judgment was like withering.
How'd that feel?
Really awesome.
All right, so for those
I
of you that
really
don't
went
know,
into like internal defensive mode so fast. I was like, I'm doing all this stuff in the morning, and then I go like all the gym again. My brain was a funny place to be in that moment.
hey, Shannon Hernandez just joined us. We better serious up.
Uh-oh.
Everybody better look serious.
I better say the right things.
Yeah, well, it's a plugged in.
Whoa! Wow. He's just over there grabbing stuff. Corey,
Yeah.
Corey's just like a train.
I really
Mine,
am. I
mine.
apologize for this.
All right, so Travis, I know this is you're going to have to scoot towards Corey just a little bit.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
get you into
Because,
the
yeah,
shot.
yeah,
Sorry, guys, I have a kind of a limited space here, and there we go. And we're also on Corey's feed over here on the Coffee on the Dock feed, or on your personal feed, or
What
where
feed
we?
are you going
This
through
is
right now?
on my Facebook page.
Okay.
This is
so,
my personal feed.
Add Greg's page and like his stuff and go and watch it over there. I just wanted to make sure we didn't lose anybody. So that
Yeah.
go
Greg
over there.
Smithwick.
Go to camera 2. Greg Smithwick. And follow him and get all his live
What would
notifications.
be really cool is if you could if you have two different formats, and you
Yes.
could log into both of them at the same time.
And then get somebody else's camera and take a picture of it because that would be really good.
Wow.
you get both views in case
Go
there's
all
something you
Inception.
miss.
Yeah.
Like only this camera got the.
So
was
I'm
this, was this
it's
plugged in because it's dead?
yeah, that's what it was charging, so we could use it later in the day when it charged up.
Oh.
But do you
check
need
this out.
a
I have a phone.
I'm just gonna get
Oh,
a
yeah.
monitor.
You,
thing.
you
Oh,
need
I
to.
see.
You need to.
Sure. Yeah,
Sorry, gang,
that's
about
a-
the scramble here. We're trying to make sure we get everything. I'll tell you what we can do. Now that's it'd be really crazy to try and move that around, but yeah, we could do that.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna move the laptop around so you can see it.
So you want to be on
Oh
your
no, I
feed,
just want to
right?
get comments. We're good. We're good.
You got it now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You sure you're all right?
100%.
Well, he's getting. Oh man, I'm making comments.
I'm gonna make a scroll back through here and see who all is who's joining us this morning, and I think it's a lot of people already. Let's see, we got Laura Sherrod Pence, Thomas Stolinsky, Deanna Pratt. How's it going, Deanna Pratt Peterson? Tiffany Lowe Ferentz, Dale Cunningham. Good morning, Dale. Shannon Hernandez says it's all the right things. What we say, so we can't
all the
go
right
wrong this morning.
Dino
Dino,
is watching both feeds simultaneously.
nice. Kathy Brinkman. Geez, guys. Daryl Purdy. Geez, guys. Yeah, come on by, Daryl. I think we could probably squeeze you in here somewhere.
Yeah, bring it.
No, we probably couldn't. I don't know. But he's going to be on later with our friend Zoe, doing some live naughty things on Facebook later.
What?
Daryl and Zoe are going to be doing live stuff.
They smoke live. Hashtag smoke it like it's legal.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah,
That's not nearly as dirty as I was.
Oh no!
I was like, holy crap!
I don't
say what?
I don't think they do that on video.
Is Is that allowed? And you guys are promoting that?
I'm told apparently it's a very complicated thing to film porn in Florida. Like it's not easily done.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Seriously.
I just thought Facebook would legit get pissed.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they would. I'm waiting for them to shut down her feed because there's cannabis
That's
smoking
kind of
going on.
surprising
they
since we have
can.
so many strip clubs that they would have a thing with porn.
You would think that
Yeah,
would.
just
Whoa, now that's different.
Yeah, that's different. Hey, you got to draw your line somewhere. Greg's
So it
thinking
might
about
as well be
Sasquatch right now.
It almost might as well be an arbitrary spot that nobody would value anyway. So Daryl tells me that they're doing coffee and cannabis at 11 o'clock over at Zoe's house.
and
So
cannabis,
that's
nice.
what's going on. Zoe has the coolest coffee mug I've ever seen. It's a massive coffee mug. It's a ceramic mug, and it's got a bowl on one side, and you can actually smoke through the mug handle. It's a
Oh my gosh, that's so.
it's a pipe and a coffee mug. If you're into that sort of thing,
Yeah.
not that I would ever condone.
Well, I don't
that
drink
sort of
coffee,
thing.
so, like-
yeah, you could probably drink like I don't know,
Tea?
water out of it.
water out of it. So like it's
You
like
wanna be
it's like
careful
a-
not to drink the
It's like a
wrong
water
water.
pipe, but it's like not.
Yes, remember the old saying, "Bong water is wrong water."
Oh,
You definitely
man.
don't want to go
I've
there.
done my share of.
Oh yes,
I haven't.
Is that bad? I literally have
Oh,
no
it's
experience.
really bad.
that's so funny that you don't. I just
Yeah.
I can't get over that because you just seems like you would be such a natural stoner that
No, I've tried it. I turned into a natural.
I know you fell asleep the last
That's
time.
common,
that
but
I
it's
saw you
I don't see
engage in
that.
it.
But I love that everybody else loves it. That's fantastic.
Travis, this is from Daryl Burney. Corey tells me you are the Jedi Master.
Keep watching, and you might see something hovering in the background.
Yeah, Travis is really good at helping us find insight about ourselves, and then digging at it until we fix it. I don't want to say change it till we address the things that are going on.
Transform it is the word I'd prefer.
Yeah,
That's-
and
I like
No
that.
fixing, no changing.
and that only works.
transforming.
That actually only works when somebody's done the work themselves. That the only legitimate way to have that kind of place in people's lives is to actually do that work. So
and you got to have somebody
there's no
that's
shortcut
willing,
to being a
willing to
Jedi.
look also. So
Yeah.
that's the other key. Is there's been lots of conversations I've had with people over the years that are just
right, no shortcuts
don't
to
talk
being
to me
a Jedi.
about that. That's not what I'm.
Right.
No, I'm complaining about something that just kind of blows their mind for a moment, and
Yeah.
they can't really go
Yeah,
anywhere.
that's definitely the thing. If
You've
you're
seen
gonna
that, right?
complain about it, and if you're not willing to change it, I'm gonna last about one, maybe two times through that story, and then I'm like, now I'm bored. This is boring now. I've heard the story twice, and it's not changing. So if it's not changing, then I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go far away.
Right.
I just get yeah.
So somebody in Yellowknife didn't change. That's how you got here? Is that because you went far away?
Did go far away. Here's what didn't change: the fucking weather.
The fucking weather. Well, it's
No matter what the coaching you gave it, it just kept
just
showing
think-
up.
I
cold.
talked to the minus 40-degree weather a lot, and it just doesn't care what I think.
Well, it's changing now, so you just weren't patient
that's
enough.
true. I just should have burned more gasoline.
That's right.
in the yard.
That's right. Drown some
Come on,
polar
it'll work
bears.
eventually.
All right. So Travis and Corey. Here's the thing that happened, and you guys heard me. I kind of the problem with what we do. Yeah. Now I'm
problem.
consciously, I'm Melanie Curtising in my head. One of the things about this stuff that we do is that it's very public, and when you have some sort of a crisis or a breakdown, it's difficult not to have it in front of the camera or in front of a microphone. When you're making content for public consumption every day, it's difficult, if not impossible, to keep your personal life out of that. And I don't even think that that's what we want to do. I think that actually being present with you and being real people is why you continue to tune into the things that we talk about. So over the last month, I've had this big transitional phase where I hit a real crisis point with what I was doing, the daily podcast thing, and the I don't want to say the level of effort. I never minded the writing. It's just that anytime I would get more than 4 hours from this desk, it was like a chain would pull me up short, and I go, "Oh, I have to go back and make a show. Have to, got to." And I was expressing this problem around a fire with these fine gentlemen and some other awesome people, the rest of the Jedi group, and they made me aware. Melanie Curtis particularly made me aware.
Oh yeah,
that I was got to and
had your
everything.
number in 5 minutes.
Yeah, she really
Yes, I
did.
just call her
She
.com.
life coached the shit out of me. Is what happened. And so I began to realize that it would be okay for me to step back from a daily commitment if it meant that I could get a little further afield, stay a little longer at the fire, stay a little longer at the drum circle, stay a little longer with the people I was engaged in talking to, not have to run back, have to run back and make a show. So I had a real revelatory experience around a fire, and who was there was Travis Morehead and Corey Cottrell and Melanie Curtis and Carolyn just completely skipped on Carolyn's last name.
Ciao.
Carolyn Chow, I'm sorry, and Shannon Hernandez, and this tight circle of people spent a night helping me see that taking care of myself physically and emotionally was a valuable part of what I was doing, that I wasn't going to be of value to anybody if I wasn't taking care of those things. So I've begun to address most of those things. I'm gonna say I'm addressing all of those things, maybe not to the level that I'd really like, but I'm walking at least a mile every day now. Every day since I made that commitment on November 3rd to start doing that. Turkey! Yeah. Jellyfish! Whatever.
Jellyfish.
Weird
and
fireside
snail.
inside jokes. Snail. Oh, I forgot the snail one. Yeah, let's do that again. Let's do the snail.
We can't both do
No,
it.
we did a dragonfly.
Okay.
Snail. There we go.
There you go. You had your moment.
That was a lot funnier.
One day I'll get mine.
It was a lot funnier in here.
man.
So I'm saying all of that to bring you around to what the reason for us gathering up this morning is that Corey Cottrell set this goals and gratitude thing in motion on his feed to do some good for him, to do a daily set of exercises to help him find some peace and some workflow and some process, and that's worked for him. And so he wanted to share that with all of you, and he's been sharing it with you live twice a morning, every morning now for 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah, twice for 3 weeks. Yeah, well, since the farm. Basically.
That's extraordinary. That's more content than I was producing on my scripted, heavily
Well,
edited
I go
podcast.
live 3 times a day minimum.
Yeah. Well, now look though. You look exhausted.
You look
from
like
this
a have
effort.
to instead of a get
Oh,
You did the.
you did.
No, I there are moments of being tired, but it is absolutely not a have to.
Okay.
It feels very mission directed and awesome. Don't get me wrong. There's days where I'm like, but it's just like it's emotionally draining,
Right.
More than anything else. And then yeah, apply some self care and take a little bit of time and thanks. And but it works, you
Right.
know, like just even a little bit of time away, not thinking about stuff, putting the magic rectangle away, and sort of getting a good night's sleep. And man, the next day, I'm just like, boom, let's get it done. I was feeling like I was on fire yesterday. It was great.
Right.
And yeah, I might be a little bit intimidated right now with the fact that I have to go do 1,000 push-ups after this.
Oh, sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing near you.
Yeah,
So it's okay.
proximal.
No, I'm
laughing,
actually
yeah.
laughing at you.
So the guys from the Meeting of the Minds group that we do.
You showed them.
Oh, dude, it wasn't even my idea. It was a horrible. Like, this is a
Whose
horrible
idea was it?
It was Derek's
But you
idea.
jumped on it like a hand grenade.
I
I am Nicola.
grenade.
I am Nicola Danilev. I'm
Sure.
going to quit drinking coffee. Me too, Corey says.
Oh, you bodybuilders are gonna do that? I'm gonna do that
I'm
with
going to do
you.
1,000 push-ups. Woohoo.
Yeah. So,
All right, so but here's the thing: is there's going to be a retreat this weekend. The place where this happened was Travis and Shannon's Great Spirit Farm out just a little east of Brooksville, and I have to tell you that I'm a lifetime creature of the woods and forests here in this area, and it's all special. But there's something really amazing about your property, and it's that you guys sort of set an intention for it to be a healing and retreat center. Not just that you're calling it that, but honestly, drove onto the property, got out of the car, and began to actually, just unstiffen.
Yeah.
And as the day went on, the crisis happened where I kind of had to be back to make a show that night, and made an intentional decision not to come back, to stay out there on the farm without phone signal, without interruption, and process the stuff I needed to process. Got asked, well, what would happen if you didn't put out a show tomorrow? And the answer was not much. And so that began this process of me realizing that I could take a break and take care of myself and dig a little deeper in the plan. And I have to tell you that the podcast interviews since then have been a lot better. Like we're getting some real meaty interviews now, local, but really important stuff. Talking to Kathy Brinkman, talking to Dino yesterday, talking to the Stars, the ladies from the Meditation with the Stars group that is actually doing a thing that we talked
so
about.
cool. Yeah.
So I'm finding out that having that extra time and time to process things is working. But I'm going all the way around again to say that happened because of the place, the specific place at Great Spirit Farm. Could have happened anywhere, but it didn't. It happened at Great Spirit Farm. So Travis, you and Shannon, this is what you set out to do, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We spent 3 years looking for the right piece of property.
So,
So it's not just us; it's the property. Like I think all of it is just
so you feel like
the intention too, but there's something special about that piece of land.
it was sort of pre-imbued with this with the healing spirit.
Yeah.
How do you think that happened?
How's that?
Do you think the Indians did that, or do you think it's?
That's all just stories I
That's
can
Cali,
make up,
the
and
cat.
I'd like to say something grand and great. But I think one of the biggest things for me is I've been in a lot of woods around Florida, and it has one of the most diverse pieces of property I've ever been on.
Yeah, that's true. And
It's so diverse. There's so much life on that property.
yep. Well, I walked it with you for an hour, and
Yeah, and we didn't cover it all.
Right.
There's still more to cover. So there's most properties, most land in Florida is sand. It's all sand, and most of the property there is all clay. It's got elevation change. It's actually on the 40th highest hill in Florida, which doesn't sound like much, but in a flat place like Florida,
Right.
That's something special.
right on. So what's going to happen this weekend out there at Great Spirit Farm?
Well, Corey started the goals and gratitude. I think most of your viewers are probably familiar with that, and if not, they need to check that out. Check that out first before you finish listening to this and then go listen to that. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Pause it. No,
What are you
pause
doing?
it. Listen. But the goals and gratitude thing is something I was super inspired by. A week before Corey came to the farm the first time, he decided to do this goals and gratitude thing, which is basically taking the 5-minute journal, running through the 5-minute journal on a Facebook Live cast, and really kind of having the accountability, sharing people what they're doing, and then encouraging other people to take on these goals and gratitude for what's going on in their life.
Right.
I was immediately lit up by it. I was inspired by it. It was. I listened to quite a bit of Corey's stuff, but that was the biggest thing that moved me. Period. It was like, all right, this is it. This is cool. I look forward to Corey coming to the property. He's looking to grow. He's looking to grow himself, and that's something that lights me up.
I can't
It's
wait.
not obvious. It's like that's my life is seeing people transform and have these huge breakthroughs and blow everything out of the water that they've known themselves to be and be something greater than they've ever imagined. So
Right.
What's interesting too is when I started, what? No, I was going online, and I tell people this all the time, and it's entirely true. It was just for me.
yeah.
You know, I wanted to make sure that I was going to be accountable to do the gratitude thing, 'cause I knew I needed to do it. I had this intuitive feeling like this is something I need to get really good at, and I tried. You can see the book, like the dates go like 10 days, nothing for 2 months, 10 days, nothing for 2 months. So I knew I had to do at least 30 days. So I'm like, okay, I'll commit to these 30 days. It's fine. And then, of course, like almost immediately after starting that, you go to the Great Spirit Farm, where like meeting you guys, and I didn't know this at the time, I know it now. The conversations that we had, I mean, that's getting sort of funneled into what's going on in Goals of Gratitude, right? Like where you're talking about, man, people seeking transformation and doing this big thing. I was just like, no, I'm just going on the internet and talking. Like that's not a thing. But now, of course,
That's where it starts. I could see it.
right. And
Yeah.
now I see that every day. Like the conversations that we've had, and the reason why I'm so excited to do this at the Great Spirit Farm, and is that you guys are the main push, I think, the main rocket booster that turned Goals and Gratitude into the thing that it's becoming. It's not even done yet, right? And I'm pretty excited. About that.
I think it's that first week. That first week was so important to me to be on it every day, so that I could help with the coaching of the
Right.
language there,
It's
so
huge.
that you were as powerful as you could be with the audience, and that they were getting stuff. And I'm not on it every day. I just don't have the time, and I also have my own commitment to not be on technology every second. So
Right.
it's
Wait,
kind of
what?
like a,
What?
I don't even, what
does that mean?
I
But
can't
at the
even.
same time, like so you guys are doing. So maybe let's well, I'll just talk about it now. Like the Sunday for the event, and it's 2 days, Saturday, Sunday. The Sunday Goals and Gratitude at 10 a.m. You and Travis and Shannon, are running that part.
Nice.
That's the goals part, and this is the part that I have the most challenge with. Because like gratitude, people come on in the morning and they write 3 things down that they're grateful for, and that's effing easy. Like that's not, there's no challenge there. You're just tapping into that part, and it's that action step is really easy. And then after a while, I got super frustrated. I'm like, so this is goals and gratitude. Like you guys should have some goals. What the heck? And crickets, like like giant tanker boats full of crickets. Like there's just nothing, right?
That's
And so
a weird image.
I know it's weird. It's
That is a
strange.
weird
Yeah, yeah. My brain is a weird place. I'm starting to get the Hank Scorpio thing for the record after having seen it.
So glad.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
at first you were like, "What the hell is
What
he
are you
even
even
talking
talking about? But no, he's clearly insane. And I feel like that all the time.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
I saw the picture. You definitely look like him.
I don't know. The
didn't watch
video
any
is
videos.
hilarious.
Yeah?
Oh, dude, you'll laugh your butt off.
Oh, man.
It's really
Hey,
funny.
try my shoes. Don't like the shoes? Throw them away. I don't like them either. That's good. Design a car for me, Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Totally Corey.
It's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so we're going to be running through the mother of all goal setting sessions, and I'm not doing it, and the experts are doing it. And I'm going to be taking notes the whole time and videoing the whole time so that I can take that back and hopefully be much better at that as well. So I guess should we go over the details of what's...
Yeah, I kind of like to
yeah,
give
let's
everybody the idea of how they can participate and where and when and all that
Shannon
good
and
stuff.
I, over the last 8 years, have committed our lives to transformation and growing ourselves, and then extending that to people in our lives. So for me, it started with doing these a long time ago. Just this juice fast. I did a juice fast for 30 days. Carried around these big vats of juice and had nothing but juice for the 30 days all through holidays, and started sharing it with people. And seeing people transform their lives. There's this guy that I helped. He lost 75 pounds. Started juicing also with us. People have all this whole new mindset and they can get their lives back. I sell insurance for a living. I've been going and meeting with people one-on-one. I'm able to really talk to them about their life. Like, what do you need? Like, that helps me determine what they need as far as benefits, because I want to make sure they're not wasting any money. And in that process, I'm able to really, a lot of times they open up to me about what they're experiencing in their life, what they're dealing with.
Right.
And so I've been coaching people for 7 or 8 years on how to grow outside of what they're stuck in or what they're dealing with, and kind of looking outside and not
Right.
being stuck with this fixed thing that they're always dealing with. So we're going to be using those tools on Sunday. That's the goal, is to create a lot of distinctions. So when something is distinguished for you, you have access to a new way of being. So like the get it instead of the I have to, I get to.
Right.
The difference there. That's
Right.
there's a distinction that's distinguished between those two words.
Do me a tiny favor.
Yeah.
Don't emphasize by banging on the table because it's coming right through the headphones. Sorry. I don't have isolated mic stands yet. I wish I did, but I don't. So we got to be careful of the...
Got it.
I hated to interrupt you. You were on a roll.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But that's what we're going to do, is we're going to create 4 or 5, maybe 6 distinctions that are going to allow people to really kind of blow up in their life and really be able to honor their commitment to their goals, take actions that are important to them, help actually find the goals. So I think a lot of people have trouble finding a goal. That's it's interesting. People go through their lives in a fixed cycle. This is what I do. I get up, I go to work, and then I do this, and then I get up and I go to work and I do this, and it's a set cycle that people seem to be in. And it's just the same over and over and over again. And so we're really committed to really looking with people, even on an individual basis, of what's important to them, like really important.
Right.
Not just like, oh, I want to have a goal where I make a lot of money. Well, why do you want to make a lot of money?
And what is a lot of
What is going
money?
to open up
Right.
for you out of you making a lot of money?
What
What is-
changes?
yeah, what and then having that end result be what inspires you to take it to the next level. Because if you don't have what is it going to do for me by making this goal, and this goal, what are the action steps, and what the hell's the point? Like even
Right.
losing weight. I mean, yeah, everybody, let's lose weight. Okay, well, what does that look like, and what does that mean for you? What do you get to do? Maybe for a woman that's been overweight for years since having kids, it looks like being able to go out in her bathing suit and fully be comfortable in her own skin, and then be an example for their child, that they can, maybe an overweight child, to lose weight, to also be with them out there in the sun and enjoy the beach. I mean, that is inspiring. Losing weight, okay,
Yeah, it's
great.
just a
What does
thing.
that mean? That's just a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
We're also going to be talking about gratitude more. So gratitude, well, we can be thankful for the sun and the sky and the stars and all this stuff.
See, I have the same problem when people
I-
express their gratitude. I'm like, it's kind of phoning it in, right?
When this is why my Aunt Gail actually came on and said, listen, it's got to be within the last 48 hours, has to be specific.
Right.
Otherwise-
Those are good guidelines. I also
we
like
do
the
that
idea.
every morning now, like, and every once in a while I'll say like, "Oh, I'm so grateful for coffee," but I let people know like I just totally
No,
phoned it in.
literally,
Like,
yeah.
that's, it's just, every once in a while if you want to phone it in, but still you want to try and get it specific.
All right, so but I happened on this when I was thinking about that very issue when I watch and listen to Goals and Gratitude in the morning, and I often do, not always, but often. I want to ask, well, how do you express that gratitude? Like, how are you manifesting that gratitude? How are you putting that gratitude back out into the world, other than just by saying it on Goals and Gratitude? Are you going to the person you're grateful for and saying to them, "I'm really grateful to have you in my life"?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Right? I like the idea of showing
That's a
that
good
gratitude to, well, that's, to me, that's where gratitude actually lives, is in practicing it, not just saying it. And I can say the Our Father 100 times. I can say the Lord's Prayer 100 times.
Right.
But if not invested in the, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us, which is really the key thing in that
Right.
prayer, is that I don't have to wait for you to forgive me.
Yeah.
Meaning, I can forgive you at any time. For
Have you
the
ever
things
heard of
that-
a random acts of kindness?
Yeah.
So like that cycle where you do something for someone,
Right.
Just for no reason, you do this thing for somebody,
Yeah.
then they go and pass it
And then
on.
don't ever talk
so
about
that
it.
gratitude can be,
Yeah.
that gratitude thing can be the same thing where, hey, I really appreciate you, you did this
Right.
for
I
me,
think
and
it's
it
a
made
good
a huge
hack.
difference for me, and then that person's going to be lit up, and they're going to want to do it to the next person, and we can share this like
Yeah.
big hippie fest of
Yeah.
gratitude.
I think Corey wants to join us.
No, I like the idea. Obviously, I'm wearing the wrong shirt for it, but
clearly.
I think it's important for people to understand the basic element of gratitude and the exercise of it. You're exercising a muscle that will improve your capacity to see positive things in the world, right? Like the mind as a filter constantly. The human mind is actually default set to looking for dangers, right?
Right.
But the more you express gratitude, the more your brain's like, oh, wait a minute, there's awesome shit all around me all the time, right? So that in and of itself is perfectly valuable. Don't ever have to do anything more than that.
Right.
But you're totally...
And
Son of a bitch!
You didn't give it
Melanie Curtis.
but
Yeah.
intentional use of but.
It was not intentional. Melanie's interview with me too. She totally used an intentional one, and she's like, literally, it's like preamble the whole thing. And it is like a whole other level of value and putting amazing positive things out in the world that can then start to exponentially expand if you
Right.
take it to that other person. If you take it to that level,
Right.
that's you're 100% right. That's like a 10x improvement.
Do you
over
see
just
it?
that one
Do you see it in action in what I do? Like when
All the
you
time.
draw distinctions between what I do and what like regional media or print media would do. There's the difference is that my gratitude is expressed by, this is the community that raised me up.
Right.
This is a community where I grew up. My dad's ashes are here. This is my town. And so when people say, well, that's Pasco for you, and they run it down, they're right that Pasco has big problems. They're right. I mean, we had a bomb threat and an armed robbery last night with 8 million cops down on the 54 corner. Yeah, and so everybody's all like, oh, these helicopters, this place has gone to shit, blah, blah, blah. No, it hasn't gone to shit. There are a lot of amazing people doing really good things for this community every day. And so that actually is why I started. That's my gratitude for this place, is to show that it is a good place, to tell it it's good.
I would ask that anybody listening to this, that if you have that one thing come up where it's like, man, this place sucks, this place is really going downhill, go out and do something.
What are
for
you doing
somebody.
about that,
Yeah,
right?
go do
Right,
something.
exactly.
Yeah.
It never
We
comes.
were
That
talking about
story
that this
never
morning.
comes from somebody that's actually doing something in the community.
Yep.
Yeah.
It always
That's
comes
a-
from somebody on the outside that's
So
doing
much-
that same repetitive pattern where they get up, they watch the news, they drink their beer at night.
Gotta get out of this place. This place sucks.
Right.
Yeah, and they're not
You
doing
liber-
anything
Bye.
to contribute.
Literally live in fucking paradise.
Well,
when you
let's
wanna
not
go
get
somewhere
carried
else.
away.
Seriously, all you got to do is get on the west side of 19, and it's like people vacation here.
Yeah.
There's a reason why, right?
Yeah.
And if you just stay in some whatever little walled community you're in or whatever, it might seem a little bit oppressive. But the beauty of this place is all around you if you just go outside and look.
Isn't that funny? You live in a community that build walls to keep the riffraff out, and you end up trapped in there.
weird.
Scary.
It's almost like there's an allegory to something.
I want to say something else about gratitude. So
Sure.
gratitude for me, there's also gratitude for what's coming also. So that's one thing that I've seen missing on the goals and gratitude that I want to drive home this weekend, is that we can be there's something powerful in being gratitude for something that hasn't yet occurred. I was almost going to start hitting the table
That's
again.
okay. I was going to stop you. I was going
Caught myself. There we go. You just be the table for me. So I have a quick story.
I hope you
So-
folks are having as much fun as we're having, because
Shane and I said we were in benefits, right? We're in insurance. Aflac specifically. It's the insurance that we do. And last year, 2 years ago, we were in a management meeting, beginning of the year. We've been with Aflac for a long time. We had over 10 years with Aflac. And so they depend on Shannon and I to produce a lot to hit their numbers as far as management, because they got quotas, all this different stuff. So they get us in this meeting and they're like, all right, what are you guys going to do this year? I'm like, we're going to bring a group of 1,000 employees to the table. And that's a big deal for our local area for Aflac. There's quite a bit of production that'll come out of that. And they all get excited. They start taking their pens out and they're writing, who is it? Who is it? Who are you prospecting? Who are you going to get? I have no idea. We're just going to be thankful for it every day. We're putting that in the future, and every day we're going to take a moment to really be thankful for getting that.
That's almost too woo for me. I can't.
It can be too much woo for you, but I
Yeah.
can tell you that we hit it. We
Yeah.
got that number. We've been the second highest producer
So-
in our area.
So you were
for the
looking
last
for
2 or
it.
3 years in a row.
I wanna practice
We
that
didn't
too.
take any actions and actually knocking on doors, prospecting, nothing. We were just thankful for it every day. And I know that you have an issue with that too, because we've kind of talked about
so,
that.
And this is
And
something
it
that I want to
works.
work on. And so, yeah, I want to start exploring some of these things that, that bother my rational mind. But I want to, at any time, I could just say, well, fuck it, let's try it out. That cost me nothing.
Right.
So, looking into, I think even being grateful for it in advance, that's another mental filter hack at the very least, right? Maybe
I
there's
agree.
some woo,
Absolutely.
blah blah blah,
Yeah,
whatever.
it doesn't have to be woo. Yeah, it can be
Right.
something else going on in the background.
And the whole reason why I think the people that have been successful listening to The Secret, it's not because they just sat and stared at their navel and like things will awesome and show up, yay. That's never going to work. But if you're constantly again grateful in advance for very positive things and specific things, that activates all of your mind to start being like, hey, how is this? Like, for example, I started the first time that I went from 10,000 to 30,000. I had no idea how I was going to do it. I was all like, oh my god, this is crazy. I started asking myself the question every single day: if I did do it, what did that look like? So sort of assuming the goal's already achieved, and then my brain started going, look, well, maybe you had something go viral, maybe this, maybe that, maybe that. And like an hour ago, my brain was like,
Right.
right? So I think I'm curious to see, and I'll take advice from a Jedi. any day of
Well,
the week.
yeah, and that's when I say you were looking for it. I don't mean consciously with your two physical eyes. I mean
Yeah.
your whole being is searching for that sign that what you're doing is the right path, and the sign is all around you all the time.
Yeah.
Like you sort the wheat from the chaff as you walk. I'm pointing at the fish tank because that's what happened. Is I decided I wanted to have a fish tank, and I knew I couldn't afford a fish tank, so I was like, I'm just going to start putting it out there. That everybody's got an old tank, and stone soup. Somebody did this, somebody did that. Next thing you know, I'm sitting on a pretty good aquarium. It's actually not this one; it's the one before this. But and that's a minor kind of selfish thing. But that's how that worked. Is I just kept I kept coming back to it that I'd really like to have an aquarium, and I kept finding ways to make that happen in my life. So you made the 1,000 employee group happen by having it in on your mind all the time. Yes, sir.
I am so happy and grateful that more than 30 people will be attending the Great Spirit Farm Yoga event in January.
Nice. Yeah, that's going to be a great crowd, and they're going to be
didn't even
awesome
do it.
people. Daryl Burney.
Solid.
Daryl posted in here that
I do that sometimes too, just to like freak people out. Like, but you didn't even turkey. No, dude, that was a good one.
That was good.
Sorry, yeah. Hit.
Yeah,
actually-
Daryl says he's already grateful to be meeting Travis this weekend. Right, so there you go, and there's another thing that sets in motion is having expressed that Daryl's going to come this weekend. He's not going to wake up Saturday morning. I kind of want to go.
He's already booked his ticket.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
no,
So people are
Yeah,
committing to these
He knows
things.
how to commit. P.S. Travis, your drum is done. It's called #Golden Force.
Oh man, I can't wait! I'm so
Nice,
excited.
and he's
What a great
got
name
another
for a
thing
drum.
for you. He says he's got a gratitude gong for you guys as well.
Wow.
So,
Yep.
so let's go. Let's run through the event this week.
Yeah, please. We didn't do that yet.
Saturday, afternoon. Everybody's showing up. We're
What
gonna
time?
Be, I don't know whenever people show up.
There's a time on the event thing, so
What's that
let's
time?
stick to that. I think it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
But
that's
check out the event
5
page.
o'clock. So everyone shows up 5 o'clock. Thank you for that. Saturday afternoon. We're going to be sitting around the fire doing a drum circle. I'm going to play some music. Dino's bringing his drums. That we're obviously going to be doing some powwow stuff like we did, for the original Jedis. A lot of rubber will meet the road, but in a very, very informal setting.
Right.
And you can come no matter what for that Saturday night thing. But if you want to camp or if you want to get a cabin, make sure that you book it. There's an online event,
Right.
and then you can book it on our website.
Can people bring cash for camping?
They can. Just make sure that you send me a private message.
So
How about
I'm
that?
getting people's messages
Yeah,
so
make
we
sure,
can plan
or you
for
get
it.
a message, but
Yeah.
make sure I know about
Yeah,
it. That
I
way I
started
can
doing that
plan
today, 'cause
for it.
I think some
and
people are
it needs to
doing
be
that.
specific. Are they camping or are they cabining?
Right. Yeah,
And the cabins, there's
people
only
know
2 spots
You
left
need
in
to
the
book
cabins
that
right now.
online. There's only 2 spots for cabins. You need to book that online.
And what's the
That's
cost on
just-
that?
The cabin's $49, which is significantly less than what we normally charge, and the tenting is $15.
Okay.
And if they just want to come for the event on Sunday, we're asking for $10.
Okay.
And if somebody can't afford
You
it,
have-
we're
you-
willing to work with them.
You
We
have
just-
one cabin space left.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm buying a cabin space.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Game on, micro farmer.
I'm a little
Okay.
old for sleeping on the forest floor. Passing out on the
That's a
forest
story.
floor, whole other
Different story. So that's going to be amazeballs. And then Sunday morning, we're going to do Goals and Gratitude at exactly the same time, 7:30. We're going to be running through the usual list. Like I'm gonna do it exactly the same way as the show. However, for the gratitude thing, Dino, I haven't told this yet, but Dino and I are working on something to make the gratitude portion of it a little bit more meditative. Greg, I'm going to be borrowing from you. I'm going to say this out loud because this idea is just sort of percolating in my head, and it'll let me sort of form it out. For the 3 things that we're grateful for, I want people to, just for one thing, get that one thing that they're, and again, specific, relatively recent, but like a thing they're extremely grateful for, person, whatever, but like a specific situation. And I want them to hold that in their head and in their heart and close their eyes and really get in connection with that.
Nice.
Right? And then we're going to hit the prayer gong that is coming to the Great Spirit Farm. Yeah. And people can just sit in that for a second.
Yeah.
And then write it down, but as they write it down, I want them thinking about how they're going to bring that back out into the
You
world.
express it to the object of gratitude.
Right.
Bang.
Right?
Yeah, that's a great
It's
idea.
a good
Because
thing.
the like,
And then
let's
we're
say
going to
you
rinse
say
and
you're
repeat 2 times.
let's say you're going to say you're grateful for coffee.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you have to be thinking about how
How
does
do
that
I honor coffee?
Right. And do I honor coffee by providing it for others?
Man,
right.
that's an
I
interesting
have to
idea.
find a
That's-
way to an exercise to
I didn't
actually
even think
bring
of
the
that. I thought
gratitude into
coffee
the
would
world.
just be a cop-out, but that's such an amazing way to do it.
Ah, well, if it's your,
you have
you
access to
can.
it.
We're going to call your bluff. That's the point.
Your
is
Jedi
you're gonna have to
powers
actually,
are strong. That's good
not
stuff.
bad.
I like
On
that
some
idea.
level.
And and honestly, maybe we'll
force
go
is strong
around.
in you.
Maybe we'll go around and brainstorm ways that people can do that. Like put it
Yeah.
out in the open and make sure
Yeah.
there's some accountability there too. So yeah, we're gonna do that for one thing that people are grateful for, and then we're gonna do it for 2 more things.
Deanna Pratt is asking, can you attend both days without camping? If so, what does just the day sessions cost?
So I think Saturday night is just open. It's $10 donation to the Great Spirit Farm for the entire event on Sunday.
There you go. So
And if you want to come for
Deanna,
the drum circle, just come on out to the drum
Yeah,
circle.
and
sure.
obviously, like they're just getting that place started. Feel free to donate way more because it's an.
they're giving
extremely
us a lot of service this weekend for
Yeah.
a lot less money than they would normally charge for it. So
Exactly.
let's
And
all
to be
be
clear,
generous.
100% of it goes right back into the farm to keep developing this so we can keep making an impact. It's a 501c3 nonprofit, so we can provide a receipt to anyone who wants to use it as a tax write-off. And Shannon and I aren't profiting anything.
Right.
Every month we're pouring more and more money into it. We're getting ready to buy 2 more cabins, and it's going to be another $4,000 or so. So
Right. Dale Cunningham asked a question. She wants to know, will this be on Facebook since I can't make it? We can't really go live, I don't think. Can we go? We had some signal issues the last time.
Yeah. I mean, we could try going live. I think what I'll probably do though is just video it and
Right.
post it later.
Dale, I expect that's what'll happen is we'll do some interview stuff and some process stuff with people, and we'll probably publish it Tuesday, Wednesday of the week following the weekend.
maybe we can recreate it live. You guys can have a live cast of it and then interact with it and interact
100%.
with the people.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah,
Interact that are listening. That way
Yeah,
we can
not-
provide the same coaching to them one-on-one while the video is happening.
Bam. Yeah.
Right.
So not only will I put the videos up, but they'll be part of the goals and gratitude videos for the following weekend, probably forever.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Cool.
All right. So that
Yes.
that-
Thank you, Dale. That's I hadn't thought of that yet, so this is a good.
right.
And then you'll be doing the coffee on the dock at 8:30.
Coffee on the deck.
Coffee on the deck, right?
Yes.
And then from maybe interview a couple of people that showed up there, whatever
Hey,
they're
all
getting
of
or
the
what they're
people.
like. And
I wanna talk to everybody.
All right. And then the 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is when we start the goals and
that's the
gratitude.
serious business session.
the
That's going to be a
serious
great
business
session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to be up in the ceremony circle is what we call it, this big open field and a circle and kind of create some distinctions and be interactive and make sure
Right.
people got some
Yeah.
good stuff they can bring.
Bring
back into their
bring a
lives.
notebook and a pen.
yeah.
And
Listen.
if you
okay.
don't bring a notebook, we have notebooks with Great Spirit Farm logo.
Shut
They're
the front door.
$20 each for the
Nice,
what they
nice.
cost.
I'm donating $20.
All right, so listen, I want to mention one other thing. Like, I don't want anybody to get scared off by us talking about this deep, soul searching work that we're doing. Because listen, I'm lighter in my shoes than I've been in decades in the last month or so. So this is actually it's been a pretty good thing.
It's a real thing.
And I know better than to be afraid of it, because I know that my all the early work I did in sobriety that was geared towards inventorying, what was going on with me, and what was good and what was bad, and sorting those things was super positive for me. And I know the work works, and I know that it's scary the minute before you start doing it, but once you start doing this stuff, you're going to find out that it's really reaffirming. It's really positive. The whole idea of hashtagging things in Facebook means that if you hashtag goals and gratitude, you're gonna be put in touch with all the other people who are doing the same work that you're doing in this process, and you can encourage them, and you can be encouraged by them. So the idea of coming out there on Sunday and starting the work, it's the best possible place for you to start it, because you're going to be in a circle of other people who are actually doing the same work. And I want to encourage everybody to not be afraid to step out. Just take the step. Come on out, and we'll do our thing. Sorry, I kind of trailed off there.
Oh,
ISS, hardcore ISS.
Yeah,
inappropriate. Sorry, saying
I shouldn't be sorry that I just lost my train of thought.
Did you lose it?
You
sound like
it
were
sounded,
perfect.
it sounded like that
Flow
train that
and-
was fantastic, and then maybe there was more, maybe there isn't. That's irrelevant.
You'll have to come to the farm to see.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So-
can I plug the yoga retreat real quick too?
Hell yes.
So we got a yoga retreat coming up. Also.
Again.
That's the one that's going to be like 40, 50 people are going to be there for that one. We
30,
heard.
30.
At least 30.
It caps out at 30, so
Oh, okay.
we might be able to make some room for other people if people are really needing it and wanting it. We have 22 camping spots. You do bring your own camping gear. If somebody doesn't have camping gear, we can probably figure something out. And then there's also 8 tent cabins. It's $300, $299 for the cabins, $199 for camping, and it's gonna be a packed full weekend. Like it's worth every penny. We're putting it really low so that way we can draw attention to it and kind of put us on the map so that we can have it future events. And there's no way they're gonna be this cheap in the future.
Nice.
We have somebody that we're paying from Canada that's like very well known. She teaches at several retreats and different things, and she's flying down here to do yoga with us. We have 2 local stars, Angela Santiago or Angela Brunda, and then Kumari Rose. So all 3 of them are they're like superpower yoga teachers, and they're gonna come and we teach people yoga. There's gonna be yoga three times a day, morning, afternoon, and evening. They're gonna mix it up where each day they're gonna have a different shift. We're going to have all the meals are completely covered, all healthy. They will be vegetarian, but they'll be super tasty. Like I make some tasty vegetarian
He really does.
food.
I'm not a
Yep.
vegetarian.
Yep.
This guy's food is on point.
You'll see how vegetarians live in the world, and why they can still be a little overweight.
Bread.
Friday night we're going to be Friday we're going to do aerial silks. There's going to be somebody that's going to do aerial
nice,
silks,
yep.
which is like the silks hanging down from trees, and she's going to be riding up and down. And anybody who would like to participate in that and have a class around that can participate. There's going to be a drum circle Saturday night, and then on Sunday there's going to be an intuitive painting class by like a really well-known artist. She's coming, and she's going to lead everybody in creating this intuitive painting based on what their experience was for the weekend. So
Nice.
they have like something memorable to bring home with them.
Nice.
And all of that's included for that cost. So it's just like, and I challenge some people that I know that you got some friends that are going to the gym and stuff. Yoga can kick your ass, and I'm telling you, you're gonna be sore as crap. You're gonna be sore as crap after
Derek
this.
was talking about the and he's an award-winning bodybuilder. He's like, yeah, no, yoga it's pretty serious.
Yeah. I mean, you can do like, oh, okay, I'm getting a little sore, I'm done for the day, and not get sore. But if you like these people for an hour, you're doing yoga each day, and you do what you can too. Yoga
I'm
is
gonna
all
fall
about
down a lot. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. Like I've tried yoga for like 20 minutes, and yeah, I'm gonna spend the whole weekend falling all over myself.
And this course is from everybody from a beginner to an expert because we have so many courses. You can take off one afternoon if it's too much for you, or you do what feels right. That's what yoga is about. Is do what feels good. You don't want to hurt yourself, and they'll be talking about this and really looking within and that kind of thing. So I'm really excited about it, and I really hope some people. I know people are going to come. Language hack. I know people are going to be there. They're going to get a lot out of it.
There's no hope.
And
Yeah, no, this is.
Be grateful for all those people that are coming.
They've
Grateful.
already signed up. It's all good.
yeah,
Yeah,
grateful
we
for
got
the
this.
30
We got
people.
this. We got this.
Yeah.
All right. So what else do we want to talk about today?
EM Drive.
You know what? I saw an article last night at 2 a.m. I almost sent it to you. It was a new rocket engine. It's not a rocket engine.
Yeah,
I was really mad
seriously.
about that because it's a science article.
Guess what
They
comes
called it a
out of the
rocket
back of this
engine.
thing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So it's not a rocket engine. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know? Have you heard him talking about the M drive?
Oh
the EM
yeah,
drive thing?
quite a bit. Yeah,
We don't have to
Holy
talk
smokes.
about that.
Yeah.
I want to talk about it's a can
fascinating.
drive. You got the can drive you've been doing. So you
Oh,
got the
jeez.
if you guys have like another hour or so, right?
Yeah.
To get some.
No, no, you don't. Yesterday was the cutoff.
Was it?
Yes.
They'll still accept it, won't they?
No.
I think he's lying.
Obviously, we'll accept it.
So there's going to be a live cast of
sorry.
Corey
Oh, my
and
God.
the group over there at Live Fit doing some exercises. One push up or
Tire flip.
Tire flip.
And we're
per
using a
canned item.
700-pound tire. No problem.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to.
Well,
go
at least
just
you don't
to
have to.
watch
You
that.
don't have to jump squat onto it like
my gosh.
Derek does.
That
Huh?
was nuts. Did you
crazy.
see that video?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Seriously.
Yeah,
When
I
I'm
was
showing
like,
people.
I
Hey, look at
puked
this.
just watching.
I
the
go to this
videos.
guy's gym.
Yeah. So, I'm awesome by proximity.
Yeah.
And then so there's that can drive. So we have another can drive going on too.
Oh, it's the organic food
Yeah,
drive,
there's
right?
an organic
Right.
food drive going on right now also. The drop-off locations are at Gildog, Rose's Bistro off of Main Street in Grand downtown area. There's one at Habitat for Humanity and one at Rights Nutrients.
Think about what this means. That, food drives tend to be, geared towards getting food to those less fortunate than ourselves. But the idea in the organic food drive is to give healthy options to those people. Can we do that? Can we think about their health, not just their sustenance as far as getting enough to eat? Let's make sure that it's good quality and organic food, and the organic food community gets to show its generosity and its spirit of giving. So that's a cool thing, and you should participate.
Absolutely. Messengers of Hope will get some of the canned food, and then Metropolitan Ministries will get the other half. So they'll be
Fantastic.
kind of split for disbursement between those two great groups. And one thing that's you kind of hit on it just now. When we provide cheap food to somebody that's in, let's back up. So if we're in a low income area, they can only afford cheaper food. And with cheaper food, your mind's not as clear, you're not as healthy, and there ends up being this repetitive pattern of generational things of one generation after the other that's stuck in this really low income, poor kind of state of being, and a lot of it has to do with food. Food really is a big part of our health and our mental state. And so if the idea of this, again, is if we provide this healthy, organic food, it gives them the ability to kind of think a little clearer and maybe have some clear mindset and help get them out of this state of poverty and
Right.
and this repetitive pattern. Now, of course, one organic food drive is not going to do that, but and it's slowly will make a difference. It's the idea is to slowly make that difference a little bit at a time.
Beautiful.
There's an organic garden that they can participate in if they want to further their organic food stuff. So we got that at Grand and Georgia Avenue in downtown Newport Richey. So there's some good stuff happening. It's not
There
all,
is.
It's not all
There's-
negative.
and a lot of it is stuff that and I'm always going to go back to this idea that I can't remember now if you sought me out or if I sought you out. I'm not sure. I mean, there's several people told me I needed to talk to
Laura
you.
put us in contact.
Is that it was started with Laura?
Laura either told me about you or I think Laura
Okay.
told me about you, and we were just starting the community garden at the time. I
Right.
think so.
Right.
It was like
So
yeah,
we sat down, I guess, the first time in February, and then again in right around the Loquat Festival, and then once after that. And it just seems like things began to really take off then. And you came on the boat trip. You and Shannon came on the boat trip. Met this guy.
Yep.
Met the Soyanins, but like it just seemed like so much happened in this summer, and I don't, I'm not a woo guy, but it's not accidental that we keep finding these progressively
That sounds pretty
functional,
woo,
these progressively functional.
Thing is,
it's like
well, I
it's
agree,
almost as if
100%.
we were
It's the
grateful in
exact-
advance.
It's the exact intention that you set out to start
It
competing
is.
with. So
It's,
local.
it's actually it's the product of making sure that we knew that this was already
Yeah, that's
happening
not
around
woo.
us.
That's work and making very directed decisions at every moment to make good things happen.
Yeah.
And
Damn, we're awesome.
and I really want to do that. That was a good one. Just gonna do that. We're both hesitant, like, what are we gonna do?
I love you guys so much.
So while we're here, right?
man.
Some goals and gratitude. Greg,
Yes, sir.
I'm super grateful for what you do. I'm grateful for the podcast that you've created. I'm grateful for you assisting others in creating podcasts, assisting Corey and mentoring him into being a great podcaster. I'm grateful for everything that you've shared as far as the events that I create, the events other people are doing, and really, really, really grateful your difference you're making in our community. Thank you.
You're welcome.
See what you did there?
Yeah.
Corey,
Shit.
Ha
I'm thankful
motherfucker.
for what you do in the community as well. I'm thankful for you doing the goals and gratitude, changing people's lives, transforming their lives, being a stand for people's health, being at the gym every day, even with your back hurting, you're still there. You're still promoting that and helping people get connected. I appreciate you sharing Great Spirit Farm from your heart and not because there's no... I know the money doesn't matter to you, that you really believe in what we're doing, and I appreciate you sharing it. I appreciate everything about you. I really appreciate you taking it on, going through the tough conversations, and doing the work.
Doing the work.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. God damn.
This is why he's a Jedi.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the Jedi stuff right here.
Greg says it. Travis makes it happen. So, Greg, I want to say that I'm
Oh, my
extremely
goodness.
Yeah, no, we're doing this now. This is
Okay.
happening.
I haven't had a chance at this yet, so
Yeah. I'll dial
Make
down.
it good.
Just kidding. I'm not gonna. Yeah, right. Hey, for sure, don't suck.
Think fast, fuckers. Here we go.
I mean, I'm specifically grateful for that. I mean, all the things that we've learned and figured out over the last 6 months is crazy. But I'm specifically grateful because I haven't had like a legit best friend in like a long time. And my mom and Aunt Gail are like, "You guys are so adorable. It's ridiculous."
They're not wrong.
But they're not wrong. 'Cause, I mean, seriously. Corey and Greg in the morning.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Let's make sure it's on both cameras.
So seriously, I'm not even kidding. If I say Corey and Greg in the morning, people in their brains are already going.
Oh, it's so true.
It took me all day to realize that I stole the McDonald's "I'm Loving It" jingle. It's like 3 in the afternoon. I went,
Dude,
damn it!
Do you know when I went to go do it? And he's like, da 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 da, bum bum. I'm not getting McDonald's mad at me. That's good.
All right.
Yeah, I'm extremely grateful for you and for all the work that you're doing in the community. Obviously, that's like a given. But it's a beautiful thing. And Travis, you too, man. Like we get to basically be like 3 weirdo, hyper effective Jedis in a pod now, and it's really fun. The work that you guys are doing is, I mean, it is informing and building everything that I'm becoming. That's like a real thing that's going on. Without you guys, I would still be, bumbling along and probably still improving. But now it's like 3x, 5x, 10x weekly. Like I don't even know where this is going anymore. And I am extremely grateful to you and to Shannon, frankly, for all the work that you guys are doing. And for we get to do this at the Great Spirit Farm. I'm telling you guys, not being there, if you can't be there, that's fine, whatever. But the next time thank you. Boom! Boom, boom, boom! In case you didn't know.
Is he happy or is he mad? What's going on?
All of that. Yes. Anyway, it's gonna be a beautiful thing, and it's all because you guys had the sense and the inspiration to build it. I also want to add one more. I'm really grateful for Travis Mears, who when he keeps asking me about the Great Spirit Farm, and of course we have a very our entire friendship is based on ball busting. So he's like, "You guys are just gonna go out to that cult place, right?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "You idiot!"
Yeah,
Here's the thing.
don't come.
Sometimes, well, they're out of town, but he's gonna come eventually. Sometimes I told him, sometimes you know things, like a lot of things, and then you tell me things when I don't know. You don't know, so now I'm telling you. This place is amazing, but it's got spirit healing. Shut up! It's amazing, and you're like the whole woo thing. And the thing is, but he keeps asking about it, and so that he'll end up going out. I'm really grateful for you too, you stupid shit. Anyway,
I love you guys.
My turn?
hold on.
If it's there for you.
No, no way. No way. No, this has got to have some ambush properties to it. All right.
Ambush properties.
I cry, you cry. That's the deal. All right. So Travis,
man.
I want everybody to understand this is not something we talked about beforehand, but this is the kind of magical thing that was missing in my life, and being connected to you in February means that I got connected to a whole lot of other really amazing people that are doing the work that I wanted to recognize, and I was sure that someone in our community was doing that work. I just didn't know who it was yet, and it occurs to me that you've been doing this work for a while now, and I'm grateful to you for showing me who that was. I'm grateful that it was you. I really like you. I enjoy our time together. I haven't ever had a conversation with you where I walked away feeling unfulfilled or heavier. So I'm grateful for who you are, for just that this is Travis, and Travis is fucking awesome and doing amazing things in our community, things that are bent on helping people improve their own place and the place of others around them, you got to be pretty special to be a long-haired guy who runs around barefoot and grows organic produce and get invited to be on food policy committees at the county level.
Fact.
You know, that's an amazing thing, and I'm super proud that you're my friend. So I'm just as grateful as I can be for what you already do, and I'm grateful that it's given me a lot of material.
Thanks for writing my podcast.
Right, whenever I'm having, what would Travis be doing today? I should call Travis and check in on him, because there's always something going on in your life that is amazing and worth talking about. Whether it's cleanups on the Anklet River, whether it's organic produce growing, whether it's your activity on the Food Policy Committee, whether it's trying to get backyard chicken ordinance passed for people in Pasco County, you are constantly making people's lives around you better. That's a wonderful thing, and I'm grateful that I'm part of that improvement circle. So thank you.
Thank you, brother. I can't wait to hug it out.
Love you, man. Love you, man.
Actually, yeah, Ed Brown, we just did his wedding at the Hudson Beach or whatever. I just said, yeah, you guys should probably do a group hug.
Oh, we'll get there.
We'll get it in there. It's just a table in the way, and microphones.
Yeah. Okay, so this asshole over here. I've said this before, and I know maybe people, I can't say it enough. Corey literally rescued my podcast. But would have stopped doing this. I would have stopped doing this in June. I wrote it. I tried to read it. This happened. I put it away. I got disgusted. I still have the script. I actually wrote a goodbye, I can't do this anymore script. And Corey started showing up going, what the fuck is wrong with you? What are you doing? This is great. Hank Scorpio all over it. Hey, don't like my shoes? I don't like them either. Say the F-bomb on your podcast. And like he literally helped me see what I was doing in a different way than I had before. And I know Travis was trying to get through to me on that. I don't know why, but there was something really magical about Corey coming and sitting in this room, and the pictures of you sitting here with Jeremy Finley and with your buddy Dan are the most poignant things to me, because those were the days when people dropped in on what I was doing and rescued me from stopping doing this. Grateful for that.
Yeah, and you're
a pretty good friend.
That's
too,
patently unacceptable.
What? Which part?
You stopping?
Oh,
that's just not. That's
well,
not allowed.
I mean, but I can't do an empty thing. Like I'm sincere. I'm trying to be sincere in all the things that I do. So if I'm not doing something, it's because I'm not really sincere about it.
Right.
And it was getting insincere,
right.
And I needed to be shown that. I mean, look, just the last 2 weeks should show you that we're going to find a way to try to do some immediate, impactful good for the kids at Hudson Elementary School, which is
right.
3 miles from where we're sitting
it's
right now.
It's all mission-based now.
If we live here our lives, these are the kids that are going to take care of us later or abandon this town. And so we should really be doing our best for them, and we're not, finding out that there are people right here in our town that are doing yoga classes for kids. Everybody that's watching, if you watch that viral video of schools in Baltimore who are giving kids meditation instead of detention, we went, somebody should be doing that here. And it turns out that Travis already knows two women who are doing that right here in our town. And they're actually having resistance from the school board.
Really?
Yes, they've had really good effect on the students. The school psychologist,
a huge success.
Kurt Browning. I'll call him out by name. Kurt Browning needs to sit down.
No. I want his phone number. We're going to start
get this.
It.
So the point is though that there is already people in place and a program in place to bring meditation to school kids, and our school board head is resistant to even meeting with them.
Do we have
do your
contact?
magic.
Do we have a way
Kurt
to call
Browning, school board, Pasco County School Board.
Let's create not right now, but let's create a podcast where we call him on the podcast, and we each
call him live.
We're gonna call him live,
and then ask our viewers, to pick up the phone and call him also and demand this.
See what happens. See what happens. Look what's happening here. This is so thank you, Corey, because you literally rescued me from stopping this.
I love you, man. What you're doing is it legitimized the Baboon Room overnight.
Well,
it did. Do you remember it before? Nothing good was coming from it whatsoever. It was basically like an intellectual circle jerk, and that was all it was.
Right.
At best, at the good moments, that's what it was.
And you've gotten some pretty heavy interviews,
dude.
Yeah. Okay, right. I'll take that one.
And all of them after sitting down with you and taking your example and making it serious. All of that comes from that.
Wow. Mm-hmm. All right, I'll own it. Thank you. I'm grateful for you guys. Have we? Okay, who out there wants? Apparently, I'm gonna distract myself by looking at the comments.
Before you do that, I got one more thing.
Yeah.
I request that you bring that script out with you to the farm.
Dude, you're in my
Get
head.
rid of it. Burn it.
After
Together.
I read it on a video. Bring it, dude.
All right, I can do that.
Dude, you're so in my head. It's ridiculous.
All
Or
right.
I'm just also suddenly having good ideas that are at your level.
That's unlikely. Let's go with the first option.
Same. He's probably just beaming them at me unconsciously.
I'm in your hat.
It's like,
literally in your hat. All right. So I think that's about all the madness I can take for
Oh,
one more. It's
dude,
9:30. You got
that's
somewhere to be, don't you? Don't you have like
Yeah, but
10,000
there is-
push-ups to do?
oh, that's not good. There's one thing that I need to do with you before we go, because it's an idea. But yeah, we got time to do it. We're good to go. I'll make it work.
All right. So this has been a So Local Pasco live podcast, the third one of these that we've done. I am your host, Greg Smithwick. This is Travis Morehead from Great Spirit Farm and Retreat Center. This is Corey Cottrell from the Baboon Room, Goals and Gratitude, Coffee on the Dock, 8 million other shows I can't remember the name of right now. And we've had a great time, and I hope you have too. And yes.
One more thing. Greg's got a few sponsorship spots left for December. So
Sure, I do.
if you want to get out to a huge and growing number of people, you're going to want to get in touch with him as far as locking down. I think you got 5 or 6 that are going to go.
6. I have 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's got 6 spots. I think 1 or 2 of them are spoken for already. But you definitely want to lock those things down. Even if you just want to be part of the community that's actually trying to build and promote Pasco County, which is worth it right there. Even if you don't specifically have anything to promote for yourselves, support this podcast because it's effing fantastic.
Right. Well, thank you, and I hope that's what happens.
No, you
I'm grateful in
settle
advance for you
down.
buying an advertising package.
Yes,
There you go.
There.
I
That's what
hope
we're-
that's what happens. Maybe someday.
I think it's probably appropriate that we close out by saying to people, Happy Thanksgiving. We hope that you have
Indeed.
we hope. We know we're grateful in advance for the awesome day you're going to have. So confusing in here. Thanksgiving weekend, please be careful, be safe, and come out and join us on Saturday and Sunday at Great Spirit Farm. You can look up the Great Spirit Farm on Facebook. We have the event listing up on Corey's page. I'll put it up on my page. You can get the information you need. You could call or contact any one of the 3 of us. We would love to have you out there for as much of it as you can get there for. Come for the day on Saturday. Come back on Sunday morning for the gratitude stuff if you have to. It's a beautiful drive. It's a great spot, and it is imbued with a sense of wonder and learning. And we'd really like to have you out there. Thank you, everybody. Today's podcast has been sponsored in part by Who Let the Dogs Out Pet Sitting. Check them out on Facebook at 4-Legged Kisses or call them at 727-534-5546.
This program is produced by Spare Room Studio Inc. in beautiful downtown Hudson, Florida.